Hello everyone, welcome to Mobilemaths. This is Kamchirai. So I'm going to take you through November 22 paper 1 session that is about 2 hours, 30 minutes. Okay, so let's get started. So the first question is saying, express 1,000,001. So what we know is that when you talk of 1,000,000, it's 1 and 6 zeros like this. Okay, so when we now say and 1 there, it means we're just gonna replace this 1 with a 0. So our answer is 1 and our 5 zeros and a 1 like that. That's our answer. Let's move on to number B, number 1B. Express 1 and 3/4 days in hours. Okay, so if we want to express this, what we can do, we can write this fraction as an improper fraction. So I can multiply and I can add here. So I'm gonna add and multiply. If I multiply 1 by 4, I get 4 plus 3, that's a 7. So I have 7 over a 4. Then when I have this improper fraction now, I can multiply it by 24 hours because we have got 24 hours in a day. So I can divide this and this. So 4 into 24, that's 6. So I have 7 times 6, which gives me 42 as the hours. So our hours are 42 hours. That's our answer there. Let's move on. Number C is saying, express 11.6 degrees, 11.6 degrees in degrees and minutes. So already 11 is in degrees. What we are going to change is 6.6 there to write it in minutes because it is less than a degree. So to write that, 0.6 is the same as 6 over 10 as a fraction. Then we are going to multiply this by number of minutes we have, which is 60 minutes. Okay, so multiply by 60 minutes, 10 into 60, that's 6. So it means we are going to get 36 minutes here. Okay, so that's what we get. So rewriting now, we can say we've got 11 degrees and 36 minutes is our final answer there. Okay, let's move on. Solve the equation 13x is equals to 377. So when you are solving this equation, we can divide all the sides by a 13 here. Okay, so this side, they cancel off each other. We get our 13 into 300, and I can just say 13 into 37, that's a 1. 37, okay, let me just divide it. 13 into 37, we get a 2 remainder. Into the remainder, you find that we are going to get a 9. So our x value is equal to a 29. So that's the value of our x there. We have solved the equation. Let's move on. Number B, we are given that if vector a plus 3/4 is equals to 50, find a. So we can just rearrange this and take this side, it becomes a minus. So our a becomes 50 minus 3 and a 4 here. Okay, so we are subtracting, we subtract corresponding elements. 5 minus 3, we get a 2, and then 0 minus 4, we get a minus 4 there. So our a is 2 and minus 4 as our answer. Let's move on. Write down the largest perfect square integer number less than 20. Okay, so you find out perfect square integers below 20. We have got 4, we have got 9, we have got 16. Okay, so the largest we have is 16 there. That's our answer. So our answer, we can just say it's 16. Let's move on. Number 3, write the 3 figure bearing of equivalent to northeast So we know our compass is something like this. This is our north, and this is our east. So when we talk of northeast, is this one, which this part here is 45 degrees, but we want it in 3 fig, so we can just say it's 0, 4, 5 degrees. That's our bearing. Okay, let's move on. Write the first 3 positive odd integers. So the odd integers we have is 1, we have 3, we also have 5. So these are the first 3 positive odd integers we have. Okay. Now, part C of number 3 is saying express this number correct to one significant figure. So when we talk of one significant figure, we come to 4, then we check the next number. Is it 5 and above? If it's 5 and above, we are going to move 5, we are going to increase 4 to 5. So our answer becomes 0.05. Evaluate number 4, evaluate this number. So what this number means is that I can rewrite this as 1 over 7 over 8 like this, okay? Of which if I do this, this is simply 8 over 7. Someone may ask why. I'm going to show you. When I say 1 over, it's like dividing. So it's like 1 divided by 7 over 8. So this is the same as 1. You can remove the division sign and say 1 times 8 over 7, and we get our 8 over 7 is our answer. That's how I got this answer there, okay? Now, having that, let's answer the question. So we want to evaluate. So it means this is one whole number and 1 over 7. That's our final answer. We have evaluated it now. Number B, log 5, 80, log 80 base 5 minus log 16 base 5. So when they all have the same base 5 here, so we can just say log, since they are subtracting, we divide them. Log 80 divided by 16 like this, okay? So dividing this, 16 can go into 80, you get 5. So it means we have got log 5 base 5, of which if I have log 5 base 5, our answer is equal to a 1, okay? Let's move on. Simplify, number 5, simplify the expression 2x plus that. So what I can do, I can factorize. So I'm going to factorize these elements. So for the top one, I can take 1 out and say 2x plus 3y, okay, all over. The bottom one, I think we can take 3, and I can have 2x plus 3y like that, okay? So it means these will cancel off each other. It's a common factor. So our answer is 1 over a 3. That's our final answer. Okay, let's move on to part B. Okay, find 5 and 4 over 5 over 9. We want to find the square root of that. So first of all, we deal with this part here and find its improper fraction. So we're going to multiply 5 times 9, then we add plus 4 there. So 5 times 9, we get 45. So plus 4, that would be 49 all over a 9. So we are simply finding square root of 49 over 9, of which square root of 49 is equal to a 7. Square root of 9 is equal to a 3. Now rewriting this as a mixed fraction, we get 2 wholes and 1 over a 3 is our final answer. Number 6, solve the equation 2x squared minus 5x. So what I normally do is I find a number that when I add, I will get minus 5x. When I multiply, I get minus 6. I'm going to get minus 6x squared. So the numbers that I can think of are minus 6x plus a 1x like this. So we substitute this whole thing for minus 5x. So let's do that. We get 2x squared minus 5x, minus 6x now, then plus 1x minus 3 is equal to a 0. So factorizing this part, I have 2x, I remain with x minus 3 there, okay? Then this other part here, I can take out plus 1, and I'll remain with x minus 3. So it means this is equal to a 0, okay? So I've got 2x plus 1 here, and x minus 3, okay, is equals to 0. We have not yet solved the equation. For us to now solve, we can say either 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then we solve. For 2x, this one, we get our x is equals to a minus half. Then for this one, we get x is equals to a plus 3. Okay, so our answers are minus half and a 3. Okay, plus 3 there. Okay, those are our two answers. So now we have completely solved the equation. Let's go to number 7. Number 7 is now saying we are given function of d is d squared minus 3d. Find f of 3. It means where we have d, we are putting 3. So I can say this is equal to 3 squared minus 3 by a 3 there. So this gives me 9 minus 9. I get a 0 as our answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Now they say find the values of d for which f of x is equals to, f of d is equals to 10. So f of d, we are simply saying this whole thing here is now equal to a 10. So I can just come and rewrite it and say d squared minus 3d. Now I can take this 10 to this side. It will be a minus, okay? If I take it, so I can have minus 10 is equals to a 0 there. Now let's solve this equation. Now we have to solve this equation. I'm gonna do the same that I was doing when I add. I get minus 3d. When I multiply, I get minus 10d squared, okay? So let's think of the numbers. Okay, I can have 5 and 2. 5 minus 5d plus a 2d there. Okay, let's have that. So I can rewrite this d squared minus 5d, okay, then plus 2d minus 10 is equal to a 0. Factorizing this part, I have d and d minus 5. In the other part, I can take out 2 plus 2. I have d and minus 5 there is equal to a 0. Okay, so it means my factors are d plus 2, and then I have d minus 5. This is all equal to a 0. Okay, so I can say either, since we are solving for d plus 2 is equal to 0, or d minus 5 is equal to a 0. So solving for the first one, we get d is equals to a minus 2. For the next one, we get d is equal to a 5. So these are our two answers there of d values. Okay, so those are our two values for d. Let's move on to number 8, where we are solving a simultaneous equation. So since for this one I have n there, I can simply solve this by elimination method. So I'm gonna do elimination method, okay, where I'm gonna say to get a 0 here, I'll simply add. So I'm going to add 3m plus 2m, we get 5m, is equal to, this is a 0, n minus n plus n is a 0, minus 7 plus 17, we get a 10. So this is a 10. Dividing every side by 5, I get my m is equals to a 2, okay? A 2 here. So having m is equal to 2, I can substitute in n of the equation. Okay, I'm going to substitute in a positive one. 2m plus n is equals to 17. Okay, so it means I now have 2 by 2 plus n is equals to 17. Okay, so this is a 4, so I can say n is equals to 17 minus a 4. So our n is equals to a 13. So these are the two values. M is 2, n is 13. Let's move on to number 9. Given that our universal set is 49, from 49 to 58. Okay, so I prefer to rewrite this. Let's rewrite it so that we know what we are talking about. So our universal set is equal to, we are starting from 49, we're 49, 50, 51, okay, 52, 53, we have 54, 55, 56, 57, and then lastly 58. So these are our universal sets there, numbers. Let me just put the proper way of writing it. Okay, like that. Now the first question is saying, state from that A, the prime number. Okay, so our prime number is a number that can be divided by 1 and itself. So the only number that we can have that can only be divided by 1 and itself is 53 here. Okay, it's 53. Then B is saying multiple of 19. Okay, multiple of 19. So multiple of 19, a number that can be divided by 19, you find out it's only 57. So our answer for this one is 57. 19 can go into 57 then. Okay, then the other question is saying square number. Okay, let's see, square number, we have got a 49 there. So that's a square number, so we can write 49 here. Okay, so we are done with this question. Let's move on to number 10. Okay, so number 10 is saying, find the next two terms in the following sequences. So let's see how they are writing this sequence. 1 to 3, there's a difference of a 2, okay. 3 to 6, there's a difference of a 3. 6 to 10, there's a difference of a 4. So it means for the differences, each term we are adding plus 1. This one is a 5. So it means the next number that is going to come is going to be a 6. So we can say 15 plus 6, we get what? 21, okay. Then from 21, we are going to add 7. 7 plus 21, what do we get? We get 28. Okay, so it means our terms are 21 and 28. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, this one is a little bit tricky. Let's see the differences again, or how else these numbers are written, because I can't find the difference. But I can tell that 16 is like 4 to the power of 2. Okay, then 4 is 4 to the power of 1, isn't it? 1 is 4 to the power of a 0. Then 1 over 4 is like 4 to the power of a minus 1. So it means the next term I can say 4 to the power of minus 2. The other one 4 to the power of minus 3. So let's write this one is 1 over 4 squared, get 1 over 60 over 16. Okay. Then for this one, we get 1 over 4 cubed. We get 1 over 60. I think that should be a 64 here. 1 over 64. Okay. So it means our terms are 1 over 16 and 1 over 64. Okay. Fine. Let's move on to number 11. We are given that 11 base A is equals to 9 base 10. Okay, find the value of A. So what we do, we just raise A to the power of here a 0, and here we can say A to the power of, this one we can say A to the power, A to the power of 0, then this one A to the power of 1. So let's rewrite it, because we are trying to also equivalent 11 base A in terms of base 10. So this will be 1 times A to the power of 1, okay, plus 1 times A to the power of 0 is going to be equal to 9, because we are changing it to base 10. So this becomes A plus A plus a 1 here, because A to the power of 0, it's a 1, is equal to a 9. Taking a 1 here, it becomes a minus. So I have A is equals to 9 minus 1, which is 8. So our value for A is base 8. Okay, let's move on to B. Okay, B. Okay, fine, let's do B. Convert 202 base 7 to base 5. So first of all, we go to base 10. Then from base 10, now we go to base 5. That's how we answer this question. Okay, let's do it. So it means I can say to base 202 base 7, I can raise again 7 to the power of 0, 7 to the power of 1, and then 7 to the power of 2. So this is going to be 2 times 7 to the power of 2, okay, plus 0 times 7 to the power of 1, plus 2 times 7 to the power of 0. Okay, so what do we get here? 2 times 7 squared, that's 2 times 49, we get 98, plus 7 to the power of 1 times 0, we get a 0, plus 7 to the power of 0, that's 1 times 2, we get a 2. So it means in base 10, it's 100, okay? That's the value. Now we are going to base 5 now. We do long division, okay? We do long division. Let's do our long division. So we have 100, okay? So 5 into 100, we divide with the base that we want to go to. 5 into 100, that's a 20. Remainder what? Remainder 0. 5 into 20, that's a 4. Remainder what? Is 0. 5 into 4, that's a 0. Remainder 4. So our number in base 5, we take it from down there. We write the remainder is 4, 0, 0, base 5. That's our answer. Okay, let's move on. Number 12, evaluate. So number 12 wants us to evaluate this number. Okay, so the first thing we do is to solve this part inside there. How do we solve it? We are gonna make the lowest common multiple for 4 and 3, which is 12. So I can say this whole thing is now going to be divided by a 12. Okay, 3 into 12, that's a 4 times 1. Okay, 4 times 1. Plus, so that's the first part, plus 4 into 12, that's 3 times 1. Okay, then we square this. Okay, so we are just rewriting it. So this is going to give us what? This is going to give us 4 plus 3 over 12. Okay, then we square. So this is equal to 4 plus 3, that's a 7 over 12. Then we now square it. We can now square it. 7 squared, we get 49. 12 squared, we get 144. Okay, so that's our final answer there. Okay, let's move on. We are dividing, then leaving the answer in its lowest terms. So we rewrite these improper fractions as mixed fractions. So we multiply here, we add, we do the same multiply, add. So I'll get 4 times 1, that's 4 plus 1, I get a 5 over a 4, divided by 1 times 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 over 2. So to change this division sign, we multiply and invert 2 over, and get 2 over 3 there. So this is going to be 5 over 4, okay, times 2 over a 3. 2 there can go into 4, 2. So I now have 5 over 5 times 1 over 2 times 3. So our answer is a 5 over a 6. Okay, that's the lowest term we can get anyway. Now the next question is saying, state the number of lines of symmetry of a rhombus. A rhombus is a, let me try to draw a rhombus. A rhombus has got all sides that are equal, okay? It means this side is equal to this side, is equal to that side, is equal to that side, okay? Then opposite side angles are equal. This angle here and this angle are equal. Even this one is equal to this one below here, okay? That's another point. Then adjacent angles are supplement. It means I can add this angle here plus this angle here, we should get 180. Now the question is saying, how many lines of symmetry do we have? We only have 1 and 2. Okay, so our answer is a 2. Okay, fine. Let's move on. Part B of the question. We have this triangle. Then they're saying the diagram shows triangle HIJ. A line HI is parallel to line KL, where L and K are midpoints, okay? That's important, of IJ and HJ respectively. The area of the big triangle is 48 square centimeters. Calculate the area of the shaded quadrilateral. Okay, fine, let's answer this question. So, what we can see is that if you want to find the area of this one, okay, we are going to say area of triangle HIJ minus triangle, area of triangle, I can say J, K, L, like that. Okay, so that is number 1. Then number 2, we can find the ratio of this side. I know HJ, my HJ there, HJ is equal to, HJ is equal to 2 times HK, okay? Or I can even say KJ, okay? Let me say KJ so that it's easy. It's 2 times KJ, okay? KJ, okay? So it means ratio of sides. I can say the ratio of sides, my ratio of sides, let's continue. Ratio of sides, I can say my HJ is to KJ is 1:2, okay? So this is the ratio of side. What about the ratio of areas? It means I'm gonna square. It means it's 1 squared, okay, as to 2 squared, okay, 2 squared. So what do we get if we do that? It means I'm going to 1:4 here, okay, that's the ratio. Now let's take into account this and find what is the area of triangle, KJ, J, we said J, K, L, it's going to be equal to, the area is going to be equal to 1/4 of the bigger triangle. So we multiply by 48 square centimeters. 4 into this one, 1, 4 into this one, 1, 2. So the area of the small triangle is equal to 12 centimeters square, okay? Yet for the bigger one is 48 centimeters square. So we can find this area using our formula that we said is this one, okay? So it means area of quadrilateral H, K, I, L, I am writing in the wrong format, is simply 48 minus 12, okay? And if we subtract that, we get what? We get a 36 centimeters square, okay? So that's the area of the quadrilateral, okay? Fine, let's move on. Factorize completely, okay? What is the common factor there? Common factor, I have got 4 can go into 36, right? Yes, 4 can go into 36, yes. So let's take 4 out. I will remain with 9p squared minus q squared. So this is a perfect square. So I can simply factorize it and say 4, 3p minus q, and then I have 3p plus a q, okay? So that's how we can factorize this one completely. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, for this one, we have got a common factor for this part here of 5y, and we can have 2m here plus 3n, okay? Then for this last one, we have got a common factor of 3, so we'll remain with 2m plus 3n, okay? So it means completely factorizing this, we've got 5y, this is a plus here, plus a 3, then 2m plus 3n like that, okay? So that's how we completely factorize that one. Let's move on to the next question. Convert the speed 10 meters per second to kilometer per hour. So I can say 10 meters, I can divide by 1,000 to go to kilometer, and I can multiply this by seconds to hour, 60 times 60. So it means we are simply multiplying 0, 0, cancel 0, this one with this one, 0 with this one, 0 with this one. So I have 6 times 6 is our answer, which is 36 kilometer per hour is our answer. Okay, let's move on. Number B. Given that A is equal to M, like that, is a singular matrix. It means when it's a singular matrix, the determinant is equal to a 0. So determinant, we multiply this one minus these two. So it's gonna be M times 2M minus 6 times 12 is equal to a 0. M times 2m, that's 2m squared, minus 6 times 12, we get 72, okay, is equal to a 0. Okay, taking 72, okay, let me take 2 out here. 2 out here, I get m squared minus 36. Okay, yeah, that makes it easier. Then this part is a perfect square, so this will be 2m minus 6m plus 6. So it means the value of m is minus 6 or plus a 6. Okay, like that. Let's move on to number 16. A rectangle of length x meters and width of y meters is drawn according to these conditions. The width is greater than 1/3 of the length. So we can say the width y is greater than, width y is greater than 1/3 of the, so it means it's less than x over a 3, okay? Like that. So I can multiply 3 on the side and I can have 3y is less than an x as our final answer there. So that's the inequality. Part B, the perimeter is not less than 400, but less than 500. So it means we can say 400 less than or equal to our perimeter, which is also less than 560 there. That's our inequality. Okay, let's move on to number 17. Number 17 is saying n minus 4 is greater than 7. Find the smallest possible values of n if n is an integer. Okay, so we can take 4 to this side to be plus. So we get n is greater than 7 plus a 4. So it will be n is greater than 7 plus 4, that's 11. So it means our n is going to be, so we are saying is greater than 11. So we can have it as 12. That's the smallest integer we can think of it. That is greater than 11. Okay. Next part, a triangle ABC is such that AB is equals to 3. Okay. Then there's an angle there. Okay, let's try to redraw this triangle. I'm going to try to draw this triangle. Okay. So this is something like this. Okay. Okay, this part is, so I can have this as B, C, let me have C, A here. So this is 120 degrees. This is X, we don't know its side. AC, we said it's what? AC is 5, okay? And AB is 3, okay? So we can use the cosine rule for this question to find X. Cosine rule states that I can say X squared is equal to, so in this case, if I was gonna use this side as A, this side as C, and this side as B, okay, it states that A squared is equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. So that's what I'm going to write here, okay? So this is going to be X squared is equals to 3 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 by 3 by 5, then cos 120 degrees. Okay, let's solve it. So this gives me x squared is equals to 3 squared, that's 9, plus 25 minus 3 times 5, 15 by 2, that's a minus. So it becomes, okay, let me just solve it. I've got plus 15 by 2, that's 30 there, okay? So it's a 30 here, okay? 30, then we have cos 120 degrees, okay? So for me to change cos 120, I'm gonna take a minus sign. Then it will be cos of, because we don't have 120 on this list here, I can have cos 120 is the same as cos of 60. So I can have for 60. So I'm going to rewrite and have it as x squared is equals to 9 plus 25 is what? Is 34. Okay, 34, then minus, plus, minus, times minus, we get a plus 30 cos 60 degrees. Cos 60 degrees is a half. So I can just say x squared is equals to 34 plus 30 by 0.5. Okay, so this will be a 15 here. Okay, so it's like I have x squared is equals to 49. So square root of this, square root of that, our x value is equals to a 7 centimeter. Okay, that's our answer there. Okay. Fine. Let's move on. Number 18. The magnitude of the vector is 5. When we say magnitude, it's like I can say square root of x squared plus 3 squared is equal to a 5, like that. To remove square root sign, I square here, so I can have x squared plus 9 is equal to 5 squared, which is 25. So it means x squared is equal to 25 minus 9, which is going to give me a 16. I find square root here, I find square root there. It means our x is equal to a square root of 16, that's a plus, it's a plus or minus 4. So either you are saying your value is minus 4 or plus a 4, okay, like that. Let's move on. Number B of the equation. The universal set is subsets A, B, and C such that universal set is that A is factors of 8. Factors of 8 are what? We've got 1, 2, 4, and 8, okay? Then B, we are given. C, they are saying is a perfect square number, okay? C, perfect square number. Perfect square number, we have 1, we have 4, and we have what? We have 9, okay? Fine. So we have written all the numbers that we can have there. Now, let's list the elements of C. Okay, we have already listed. It's 1, 4, and 9, okay? Then number of A union B. A union B, we have 1, 2, 4, and 8. So it means our n is equal to 4 terms, okay? Let's move on. Write down the relationship between sets A and B in set notation. A and B, let's see our A and B, okay? A and B, these two, their relationship, I think we can see B is inside these are the B. So we can just say B is a subset of A, like that, okay? That's fine. Let's go to the next question, number 19. They say the midday temperature in degrees Celsius for 10 days is, in September is, so this is 10, in a certain town were recorded as follows. State the model temperature. Okay, model temperature is the temperature that appears most. I think we can see we've got 18, we've got 18, we've got 18, okay? So it means our model for this one is 18 degrees, okay? Then the median, find the median temperature. To get the median, we rewrite all of these in order. So in order, we have 17, 18, 18, 3 18s. Then from there, we have got we've got 20. Then from 20, we have 22. We've got 2 22s. Then from 22, we've got 23, then 26, and 28. Okay, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they are all there. Now, the median is basically the one in the center. So here we've got 10 numbers. So it means our median is equal to n plus 1 over 2, which is 10 plus 1 over 2 there. We get 11 divided by 5, 2, it's 5.5. That's our position. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So I'm here, then I'm here. I can count 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can add these two and say our median is 20 plus, because at the center here, that's where we have our median, since we said 5.5. So I can say 20 plus 22 divided by a 2 there. So our median temperature is 21 degrees, okay, Celsius. Find the temperature range. Temperature range is basically maximum value minus minimum. I think we saw that the maximum was 28, minimum was 17, okay? So we can subtract these ones, we get our temperature range is 11 degrees Celsius, okay? Then lastly, the mean temperature, mean average temperature. So we are going to add all of this together, then we divide by 10, okay? So adding 17 plus 18 plus 18, we are simply adding this whole thing here together, then we divide it by a 10, okay? So adding all of that, I'm getting 212 degrees Celsius over 10. This gives us 21.2 degrees as the average there, or mean. Let's go to number 20. Number 20 is saying we have got this diagram which shows two parallel lines. So these are our parallel lines, this one and this one, okay? Then we are given the angles. Then they will ask us some other angles. So before they even ask us some other angles, we can even fill up the missing data. For this one, it's a straight line. This is a straight line. So angles on a straight line, they add up to 180. So I can simply say this angle here is 180 degrees minus 4D, okay? This one here is going to be 180 degrees minus 3D, okay? This one here is going to be equal to, it's a Z angle here with this one, it's a Z angle with this one, okay? Though I have drawn not nicely. So it means it's also going to be 180 degrees minus 4D, okay? Similar to this one, okay? Fine. Now, we have another one. This one is 180 degrees minus a D. Okay, so we have filled up everything. Let's see the question. Express MNP in terms of D. MNP. So it's this one, MNP. So we said it's equal to 180 degrees minus 4D. Okay, that's the expression we are done. Calculate the value of D. Okay, fine. Now we have got a very interesting question. So if you check, we have got something like this. I'll try to redraw this. Okay, we want the value of D. Here, it's 180 minus 4D. Then here we have got a D, and here we have got a 3D. Okay, so there is there is a theorem that states that this angle outside is equal to two opposite interior angles, okay? So it means 3D is going to be equal to D plus 180 minus 4D. So let's use that one. So we can say 3D is equal to D plus 180 degrees minus 4D. Let's solve it. This is giving us 3D is equal to D. This one we get minus 3, eh? Am I correct here? Let me just check something. Let me just check something. Yes. Okay, that's fine. So this is going to give me minus 3D here plus 180 degrees. So taking this one this side, I get 6D is equal to 180. We divide every side by 6 by 6. So our D is equal to what? 6 into 18, that's 3. So it's 30 degrees. Okay, so our D value is 30 degrees. Let's see, do we have another question? Okay, fine, it's another one. Okay, not the same question, but it's a different question. Let's try to answer this one. So first of all, we can fill up the cyclic quad. This one is gonna be 180 since it's a straight line here. So 180 minus 142 degrees, we get here a 38 degrees, okay? So this is a center. This side and this side are equal, or they are our radius in another way. So it means also this one is 38 degrees, okay? What is this angle? Angle in a straight line, in a triangle, they add up to 180. So I can say 180 degrees minus 38 minus 38 again. Okay, what do we get? We get 1. This gives us 104 degrees. Okay, so this is 104 degrees. Which other angle can we get? Okay, I don't think we've got another angle. Let's see the questions, what they are asking us. Okay. So the information, I did not read it, but that's what I love doing when I'm doing circle geometry. I just try to fill up everything that I can. Then I answer the questions. It's a trick I learned a long time ago. Okay, so calculate BAC. BAC. Okay, so it's 38 degrees. It's this one. It's 38 degrees. Okay, so we can just say it's 38 degrees. Calculate BOC, BOC, BOC. Okay, so it's this one that we want. Okay, of which this is a straight line, or else we can use that idea of opposite interior equal to opposite exterior, where I can say 38 plus 38 will give me this angle here, X. So I think this, if I add this correctly, I'll get 76. Else, another method, you can say 180 degrees, 180 degrees minus 104 degrees, you get still 76 degrees. So that's the angle BOC. Let's move on. That's the last one. Number 21. Okay. Number 21 is saying the interior angle of a regular polygon is 13 degrees. And the exterior angle is that. So what we have when we talk of interior angle is this. This is interior angle, which is 13x degrees. Exterior is the one that is outside, because if I have a polygon going on and on like this, this is my exterior angle, which is 2x. Okay, and we know that when we talk of exterior angles on a straight line, they add up to 180. So I can say 180 degrees is going to give me 2x plus 13x. So this is 15x. If we add them, is equals to 180 degrees. Dividing all the sides by 15, okay? This side, they cancel off each other. I get what? X is equals to 12, okay? So it means our x is 12 degrees, okay? Next question, find the number of sides of the regular polygon. If we found that the x is 12, it means exterior angle, our exterior angle is equal to 2 times 12, okay, which is what? 24 degrees. If we know the angle of the exterior angle, we can find the number of sides and say number of sides is going to be equal to 360 degrees. Angles of exterior angles of a polygon, they add up to 360, dividing by 24 one side. Okay, so this is going to give us the number of sides, which is 15 sides. Okay, is our answer. Let's move on. A bed contains 20 balls, all identical except for color. Okay, there are 3 green, 5 red, and 12 brown. One ball is picked at random from the bag. Its color noted and is replaced. Okay, that's wonderful. A second ball is picked at random and its color is noted and is replaced. Wonderful. Calculate the probability that the both balls are of the same color. So we are picking twice and we are replacing. So the total is not changing. So it means the probability is basically probability of green, plus probability of red, okay, plus probability of brown, okay. So that's how we are going to answer this. For green, we said 3. So this is going to be 3 over 20 times 3 over 20, okay. Plus for red, it's 5. So it's 5 over 20 by 5 over 20, okay. Plus for the blue, that's 12 over 20 by 12 over 20, okay. We simplify this, what do we get? Let's see. This is going to give me a 9 over 400 plus 9 over 400 plus 25 over 400, okay? Then plus lastly, 12 by 12, that's 144 over 400. Adding these together, I'm getting 178 over 400. So you can divide this as your final answer and get 0.445, okay? Fine, let's move on. Number 22, the velocity, v meters per second of a moving particle after seconds is given by the equation. Calculate the value of v when t is equals to 3 seconds. Okay, so we are simply substituting. Where we have t, we put 3. So our v is equals to, okay, 5 plus 4 by 3 minus 3 squared. Okay, so this gives us 5 plus 4 by 3, that's what? 12 minus 3 squared, 9. Okay, let's solve this. This is 17 minus 9, that's 8 meters per second. Okay, so that's our V there. Okay, done. Find t when v is equals to 0. Okay, so we are now saying instead of putting v here, we put a 0. So we can rewrite this and say we have the equation of, let's say, I think the easiest way is to say t squared minus 4t. I'm putting all of this side, and our 0, we put it this side so that I have t as a positive. Then plus a minus again, a 5 is equals to, minus a 5 is equals to a 0. So let's solve this equation. Minus a 5 is equals to 0. So we want a number. When we add, we get, minus 4t. When we multiply, we get minus 5t squared. Okay, so the number I can think of is minus 5 and 1. So I can rewrite t squared minus 5t plus t minus 5 is equal to a 0. Factorizing there, I can have t and t minus 5 here, then plus 1. I can have t minus 5 there is equal to a 0. So our thing is t plus 1, okay, then t minus 5, okay. Solving this, you find out I can get my t is equals to a minus 1 or a 5. We can't take this one because negative time, we don't have negative time, but we can have 5. So it means our time is 5 seconds. Okay, let's move on. Part B of the equation, make h the subject of the formula. So first of all, I can take this one without h this side, it goes and becomes a minus. So I have a minus 2 pi r squared is now equal to 2 pi rh. Let's remove all other items and remain with h. We divide by 2 pi r. Here we divide throughout by 2 pi r. So it means our h is equals to a minus 2 pi r squared all over 2 pi r. Okay, so this is a final nice answer. If you want to simplify, you can simplify it and you are gonna get a minus, you're gonna get a over, 2 pi r minus r, because these would cancel off each other. You would remain with 1 r there, but it's still fine. Eh? Okay, let's move on to number 23. We are almost done, guys. Number 23 is saying that ABC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, so it means when they say isosceles triangle, we can draw it and say, okay, fine. My can be something like this. Let me try to draw it. Okay, you can have a trapezium like this, okay, which has got, this one didn't come out nicely. Let's see, something like this. But isosceles means this side and this sides are equal. So this can be my A, okay? This is my A, this is my B, this is my C, and this is my D, okay? So I can draw heights here like this, heights like this here, okay? Perpendicular distance anyway, since we are looking for that. So AB is what? 5 centimeters. So it means this one is also 5, but DC is 17. So if DC is 17, it means I can find this place here. What is the values there? Since they are isosceles, I can say 17 minus 5 divided by 2. This is going to give me what? A 6. So this one is a 6, this one is a 6, okay? Then we are also given that the perimeter is 42. So it means I can say this side here, this one here, and this one here, let's call them Y and Y, since they are equal, Y and Y. So we can say 42 is equal to Y plus 5 plus Y plus 17. So being this way, 42 is equals to 2y, okay, plus 22. Taking 22 this side, I get minus, so it will be 20 is equals to 2y. So it means our y is equals to a 10. So when it's a 10, it means I have a triangle like this, okay? I have a triangle like this. This is our h, this is 6, this is my 10. I'm taking D, A side here. So this is a 10 here on the diagram. So this is a right angle triangle. I can find the h and say h squared is equal to 10 squared minus 6 squared, okay? So our h is equals to square root of 100 minus 36. 100 minus 36 give us what? Square root of 64, which gives us 8 centimeters as our answer for h. That's our perpendicular distance is 8 centimeters. Now, we are now asked to calculate the area of the trapezium. Area of the trapezium is half A plus B times height. So our A is what? Half of A is 5 plus our AB is what? Was 17. Okay, then times our height, which is 8. So adding this 17 plus this one is 22 divided by 2, that's 11. 11 times 8, we get what? 88 centimeters square is our area. Okay. Last question, number 24. A dealer made a profit of 20% on the buying price by selling a double bed for $180. Calculate the buying price. So if he made 20% profit, it means I can say the buying price was 100%, okay? The selling price is 120%. So the selling price is $180 here. What is this one? It's gonna be less, isn't it? Less. So if it's less, I can say 100 over 120 times $180. Okay, zeros cancel. Okay, so I have 12 into this one. We can multiply. I'm getting my money as $150. So this is the buying price. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Calculate the selling price if the same bed had been sold at a loss of 80. So if we say at a loss of 80, it means we are selling it, we are getting 80% of the money. So I can say 100% is what? Is our $150. What about 80% is what? Is gonna be less. So I can say 80 divided by 100 times $150. Zeros here, zeros. 5 there, 3, 5 there, 2, 2 there, 40, 40 times 3 divided, that's like 20 there, times 3. Okay, yeah, I think, yeah, I think I did my calculations correctly here. Okay. So I'm getting 40 by 3, that's 120 degrees, okay? $120. Okay, fine. So that's the last question, guys. Thank you for watching and getting through this paper with me. Please remember to share our videos, like them, and subscribe for more. Thank you. Bye.